Hi, I'm Fletcher Brown here for another Kicks96Country.com artist video blog. We are starting off 2011 with a bang here in Kicks Country. Our guest today, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, by way of Tuscaloosa, Glen Templeton. Glen, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Well, welcome to Kicks Country. We're going to talk a little bit about your album here.
Yep.
And your background growing up in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So, as I understand it, you pretty much were a jack of all trades for a while. You had like 10 or 11 jobs, but for some reason, country music kept calling you back.
It sure did, man. You know, I've had jobs from digging septic tanks to running heavy equipment to working in the coal mines, and you know,
basically material for a country song.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. But you know, I've always had this passion for country music, and you know, just passion for music in general. But I always loved singing country music, and you know, I played lots of nightclubs and open mic nights, you know, in my hometown in Tuscaloosa, and you know, one time I found myself in between jobs, and you know, music kind of was my source of income at the time. And I was like, man, this is really fun. I'm having a great time, and you know, I can make a living doing this. And then I got really interested in how to make records, you know, and so I made the decision to move to Nashville. Well, I guess you know, a few years ago, and you know, I was just really interested in, man, you know, how do they make these records? And I wanted to get something on tape. And so I, like every other artist that moves into Nashville, went to work on Broadway. We call it Little Broadway down there. Yeah, went to work at the world famous Tootsie's Orchid Lounge, and I worked there for about 2 years. You know, passing the hat around, and you know, paying the light bill from tips in the hat. So, and after that, you know, I kind of, you know, migrated my way down to Texas and played some big honky tonks down there. Had some great times. Met some of the best people in the world down there in Texas. Man, they're just great people down there.
Well, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you actually come to music honest. Your dad was a country singer some time ago. That's
from originally my passion for music really started. My dad was a musician back in the early 70s and 80s, and had a little bit of success with a song called California that, you know, done pretty well on the charts for the 70s and 80s.
Who was your dad?
It was Dwight Templeton.
Dwight Templeton. Make sure you look up Dwight Templeton. So, flash forward. You're back and forth, Texas to Nashville, Tuscaloosa, and back and forth, you know, finding your way, making your way. But somehow, some way, you crossed paths with the Daughters of Conway Twitty. What's that story?
Well, when I was on my way back from Texas, I'd lived down there for about 6 months, heading that house band down there, and I was on my way back from Texas, and you know, I was really interested in getting back and really getting this record going, getting in the first stages of making this record, and you know, was contacted by the Conway Twitty family, and they were like, Glenn, you know, we're putting together this touring musical, and we'd like you to come down and audition for the role of, you know, our father. And I mean,
no pressure.
No pressure at all.
Yeah.
No shoes to fill. No pressure at all.
Yeah.
No, it was. But I mean, you know, I was pretty overwhelmed with it. I mean, big shoes to fill, and you know, I mean, I was really honored to have that role. It was just, I learned so much from it, but. You know, one of the things that I really learned more than anything at all was, you know, every night when I got done playing the role of Conway, I'd take this wig off, and nobody knew who I was. I was just a guy who was just portraying the role of Conway. And, you know, I felt like I had something to say to country music. And that's when I really decided, man, it's really time for me to gear up and get something to radio, get a record finished and get a single to radio, and, you know, really say what I felt like I had to say to country music and build this relationship with country music the way Conway did. I wanted people to respond to me the way they responded to Conway.
And is that how you came to find the folks over at Ride Records?
That is. You know, last year we played, me and the guys traveled about 30,000 miles in a truck and trailer last year from Grand Junction, Colorado we played state fairs and festivals, and up in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, one of the label reps from Ride was there with another artist, and we kind of made that acquaintance. She was like, why don't you guys come down and talk to some of the people at our label?
Yeah.
And so some of my management was like, well, let's put this deal together, you know, let's see what's going on, you know, we just test the water, and just found a great staff of people over there. David Shaw and Jamise Jennings, they're great people over there, and they're just, you know, I couldn't ask for, you know, better representation.
Absolutely. Now, Ride Records, you're probably familiar with here in Kicks Country. A good friend of ours, Steve Azar. This is Steve Azar. Ride Records is that's his project. That's his baby. And we had Steve down here last year for Muscle Shoals Music Roll Live. So, and he comes down and visits us from time to time. So, next time he comes, make sure you hop on that train, okay? Now, Steve was our first contact with Ride, but now we've got a single out on you.
Right.
The song I Can Be the One.
Right.
Tell us, did you write that, or is that a co-written song?
I didn't write that one. I've got two others that I've written on here. Track number 1 and track number 9.
Okay.
God Bless Good Old Boys and Country Boys for Life.
All right. Well then, okay. So let me ask you, as a songwriter, because we've talked a little bit about you have a passion for music and writing songs. As a songwriter, what drew you to this song, even though it's not your song, you didn't write it? What drew you to this?
Well, it's kind of, when I was making this record, writing the songs is the first thing. I didn't really realize how vital a tool that was, writing music. And it really, you really start defining yourself as an artist, when you write your own material. And we were finding material that just kind of blended the lines between the roots of my raising and where country music is today. And we just kind of, grew with the times. And this is one of the songs that I felt like was, a song that really was a real good representation of me, and it was, positive and upbeat, and it seemed to fit, what we think fit country radio real well. And it's got a good message for it, so, that was one of the reasons that, we really chose that song. It was just really groovy and, had a good feel to it, and we were just really excited about it.
All right, well, I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm going to let Glenn Templeton play I Could Be the One. This is his single, and you're going to hear it right here first on Kicks96Country.com. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I could be a rock, hard-headed fool, stubborn as a 2-bar 4-inch mule, hard to handle as your granddad's tool. But I could be the one. Well, I could be as loud as an F-16. I got a river-wide redneck street. I could be a full-blown SOB, but I could be the one. I could be the one that's the one for you. I could be your one crazy dream come true. I could be the arms, I could be the heart, I could be the love you could fall into. With somebody like you and me, there ain't no telling what I could be. 'Cause you could be a star, you could even be the sun, but I could be the one. Well, I could be a too much to keep a mistake, or I could be your heart's big lucky break. I'd be a little more than you can take, but I could be the one. Well, I could be the one that's the one for you. I could be your one crazy dream come true. I could be the arms, I could be the heart, I could be the love you can fall into. With somebody like you and me, there ain't no telling what I could be. 'Cause you could be a star, you could be the sun, but I could be the one. With somebody like you and me, there ain't no telling what I could be. 'Cause you could be a star, you could be the sun, but I could be the one. You could be a star, you could be the sun, but I could be the one. Yeah, I could be the one.
And that is Glenn Templeton, I Could Be the One. Excellent, excellent first single. So that's going to be your introduction to country radio.
Absolutely.
I think you've got a hit there. That's just my opinion.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
So like now, my listeners at Kicks96country.com, they come and they watch these artist video blogs, and they discover new music, and they say, hey man, Glen Templeton is awesome. How do I get more Glen Templeton? How do they find you on the internet?
www.GlenTempleton.com. Find me on MySpace and Facebook, mainly.
You on tweet? You know tweeting?
We do tweet. Actually, tweet is linked up to my Facebook page.
Oh, so you're Tweet Face.
Tweet Face.
There you go.
Tweet Face. Yes. Do we edit that out or do we keep that?
This is Glen Templeton, or as friends call him, GT, in our studios here at Kicks 96 Country. And Glen, we hope that you'll come back and visit us again.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, man.
All right, we got Glen Templeton here. Go find him at GlenTempleton.com. And if you want to hear I Could Be the One, be sure to call us at Kicks 96 and we'll play it for you. And that's it for us. We'll be back again next time for another Kicks96country.com artist video blog.